The Victims of Bill Burr. Who is this, guys? Comedian? He looks like a comedian. He might be a comedian, might be a singer. I probably grew up too young to know who this is. Let's check it out.
Comedic persona is the loud, overconfident guy at the end of the bar. He fearlessly voices exactly what is on his mind, whether he is on daytime television or sitting across the table from you. However, Bill cannot be dismissed as some blue-collar loudmouth drunk. He is highly educated and will accurately expose your insecurities. These are some of the people who have been trolled, intimidated, and dismantled by the gab of Bill Burr, starting with Theo Von, one of the sweetest.
Bro, the dudes who do this to me, like occasionally like when I was in school, someone did this to me, or like when I was door-to-door sales, somebody did this to me, and it hurts, bro. It legit hurts, man. Bill Burr, okay. So he's a wise guy. Okay.
And most beloved comedians who was robbed of his charm. In 2019, Theo Von invited Bill to be on his This Past Weekend podcast. At this point in his career, Theo was just starting to become a household name. However, Bill wasn't very familiar with his material nor his fan base, which set the conversation off to a weird start. Theo was a huge fan of Bill, and naturally started picking Bill's brain about the comedy and entertainment industry. So from the beginning, they established a hierarchy where Theo seems like an aspiring comic looking for advice.
I was just like experienced like a ton of stress, man, burnt out. You know, I've been.
That's a super cool, like, Simpsons kind of style thing he's got in the background, right, guys? That is awesome.
On the same tour for this hour for almost over a year now.
You got to toughen up, man.
Yeah, you're right, huh?
You know,
what do I do?
Camouflage hat, looking like a fucking backwoods guy, all tough and shit. You can't handle doing your hour again. I mean, come on, man, suck it up.
Bill probably had a hard time relating to Theo's mental health struggles since he grew up around blue-collar Boston men who worked themselves into an early grave. Then again, this was just harmless ball-busting, but an early sign of what was about to come.
I just think I have a tough time working with other people sometimes, you know? I just think
I would say get over that. Get over yourself and get over that, because there's a lot of great people in this business and you're gonna miss.
Seems like a solid dude, giving some solid advice as well. That's why he's getting all the hate.
Out. And I don't know.
No,
you know what?
I
You'll
totally
say
respect that.
your loved ones will save money on the funeral costs because no one's going to go, so there's not going to be too many snacks they got to put together.
You could see Bill was about to be more serious with Theo, but then paused and decided to defer to a silly joke.
Okay. I'm doing a psychoanalysis of the interview. I like it.
That wouldn't last.
She'd have a rough day and she'd come in. And
I don't remember the whole show.
I can explain it to you.
Yeah.
If I can explain it to you.
Okay.
This guy just, I don't know what that is. All right.
No, I believe it.
I'm not into it. I don't want to hear it. I got it. Your show. Go ahead.
All right, let's talk about old shows then.
We don't have to.
Patty Duke. What about that?
You made me feel like an asshole, like that was the 15th time I brought it up.
Bill is becoming increasingly agitated with him, but Theo is making a huge mistake here. Theo is known for his airheaded yet poetic thoughts about life. He also speaks exactly what is on his mind, but it feels like the intrusive thoughts of someone with more heart than brains.
Dang, bro. He did his research for this video, guys. I never heard of this guy's podcast, though, at all.
Theo keeps switching in and out of being serious and being funny, making it difficult for Bill to riff with him. They both can't decide when the other person is making a joke or being serious, and by the end, Theo felt defeated, and Bill could sense it.
What about The Nice Guys? Oh, you got to see that.
Oh, what's the Nice Guys?
No, I don't know. I think you're looking down. You got your jaw out. You got your jaw. It's very confrontation. I'm feeling like you're not liking my suggestions. You just like you like the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. This guy's dead to me. He's dead to me.
This was like watching two guys having to hang out because their wives are friends. This is what it looks.
Oh my gosh. Yo, perfect.
Looks like when your two cool friends meet for the first time and don't hit it off like you thought.
Bro. I never did something like that, guys. Like, two cool friends. Hey, me personally, like, it's hard, bro. Like, just meeting someone, it's gonna be like, there's gonna be a certain level of awkwardness always. Also, you know, sometimes I do best, like, you know, just chilling with one dude. Like, I have more charisma doing that. If there's like three of us, it's a little bit harder. There's levels to this, guys, but hey, good insight.
Bill said he had a great time, but fans provided empathy for Theo since they know he is humble and vulnerable. They could tell he was disappointed with himself, and Theo addressed the pod a few days later.
He was Bill Burr to a T. He's brash. He's poignant. He's exact. You know, he really is like a NASA, you know, like a rocket, you know, and I'm more like sometimes like Phil Armstrong, you know. You find me to kind of.
But the way Patrick said airheaded responses, guys. Let me know in the comments below if you think I have airheaded responses or not.
Moseying around on the moon, you know, monitoring how I feel.
You see, Bill only gets serious when you make him. Sometimes it's better to just sit back and let him beat you up a little bit, like how Joe Rogan did after Bill absolutely dismantled him.
Want people to walk down the street with a mask on?
Let's not start this, Joe.
Do you, though?
Let's not start this.
But before Rogan gets humbled by Bill...
I gotta look him up, bro. He's a comedian. He has to be a comedian, guys.
A quick word from our sponsor, Aura. Are you tired of receiving those spam calls from unknown numbers all day? I know I am. Look,
Guys, I only got those on my iPhone, guys. I do not get spam calls on my Android whatsoever, man. Anyone know why? I guess they're only targeting iPhone numbers.
luckily today's sponsor.
However, I did get a lot of spam calls and random calls when I first got my new number. But now it's just completely not even there, man.
Sponsor Aura can help. Data brokers are making a fortune selling your information to those pesky spammers. These brokers are legally required to remove your information if you ask them to, but they make it very difficult to do so. That's where Aura comes in. Aura identifies the data brokers giving out your information and submits opt-out requests on your behalf. You can try Aura free for 2 weeks using my link, aura.com/PatrickCC. They also have many other features that protect you and your family from online threats you can't see. It's really easy to set up too. Instead of having multiple different apps to get things like antivirus, VPN, parental controls, password management, identity theft, and more, Aura has them all in one place and you get everything at one affordable price. I personally like how I can have all these features in one organized app. It's really convenient. You can either let these data brokers keep profiting off your information, or you can go to aura.com/PatrickCC today to start your 2-week free trial. Also linked in the description below. Thanks, Aura.
Okay.
Let's start it.
I don't want to start this bullshit. I'm not going to sit here with no medical degree, listening to you with no medical degree, with an American flag behind you, smoking a cigar, acting like we know what's up. I just love how wearing a mask became like this.
Cigars, bro. One time I found a cigar, like at the lake I was at, man. And then I just I didn't want it. I don't really smoke. So I put the cigar. I just put it back outside, like, randomly in a spot, and somebody took it the day after, guys. But it was a cigar. It was not a cigar that was, like, used or anything. It was a new, in-package cigar, guys.
Like, soft thing that you were doing, like,
Yeah,
being
it's for
courteous. Being courteous. Why is it for bitches? That was so stupid.
Cigars are different, though. It's like, you don't even inhale them. That's good, though, because I don't want to inhale smoke.
First of all,
oh, God, you're so tough with your open nose and throat. Gee, Joe, and your 5 o'clock shadow. This is a man right here.
Oh, he's getting ready, guys. He's getting ready, guys.
Man doesn't wear a mask.
But this wasn't the only time Joe just gave up after Bill roasted him.
Does it make you more aggressive?
What?
Elk.
No, Joe, you lunatic.
They seem like really good friends, just like BSing right here, guys. Not gonna lie. I thought this was gonna be a lot different of a video, guys.
Somebody gets in my face, that might cause me to get more lunatic. I ate a little bit of protein. You had to beat the fuck out of people for like 3 decades before you could like chill, smoke a little weed, put on your Little Rascals hat, and just fucking chill out. You don't understand. I love him to death. But this guy is the most testosterone filled dude I've ever met. That's why I love him. I love him.
Notice how Bill reaffirms that he loves Joe despite him being the butt of the joke. He often reminds people it's okay to laugh at themselves. Making fun is his way of showing love towards someone. A perfect example of this is Bill's endless jokes towards Colin Cowherd, who hosted a sports radio show on ESPN. Him and
Guys, he keeps mentioning podcasters. podcasts and stuff that I just have no clue what they are. I think Patrick might really like podcasts, guys. Is what I'm starting to I don't know, get a hunch at.
Bill are great friends, which is why Colin knows to just laugh when Bill is sending shots his way.
A lot of people think that.
Anyone else do that, guys? Just some random laugh. I'll be like, yo, I don't want to articulate words in response to that. I'm just gonna fake laugh. Anyone else do the fake laugh to get out of stuff? Because I frequently do. Probably I do it a little bit too much. Hey, it is what it is.
They're uncomfortable with my elevation. Are you uncomfortable with it?
No, I just see all of your insecurities.
And a giant desk.
When guys come and sit on the couch, I go right after them. Don't you respect me for that?
No, I don't. Your big dumb desk hiding behind your microphone.
And don't even think about asking Bill a dumb question.
You're in your comedy prime right now. Like this is you got about 8 years left.
How do you judge that?
Because your energy level is high. You're nimble. I mean, dude.
Yo, what kind of microphones are those, man? I like how they look. Like, I've never seen a microphone like that either, guys. They got it right up to their freaking mouth.
What are you doing?
That's how it should be, but don't say any jokes, guys. Don't say any jokes in the comments.
An athlete. I'm going to blow out an Achilles and I can't write a joke anymore.
Like I said, Colin knows how to laugh it off and remain in good spirits. But some people think Bill is actually the insecure one. Sometimes a harmless question is asked and Bill is the one who takes it the wrong way.
Bill, are you the head writer on the show, or how do you work in the writer's room on the show? Because you write your stand-up specials, you know, obviously you're a writer, but you've never really written on a sitcom before. If you go through your credits, you hadn't really been on a show before.
And this interview is like freaking knows his whole autobiography, it seems, bro. Seems like a major fan.
You have to bring that up. Just right out of the gate, he goes negative. Never really saw you write on anything before, Bill. There was all these other nice things on your IMDb page I could have brought up, but I noticed this one glaring thing that you've never done.
Sure, maybe the interview.
Oh gosh, bro. This guy's unhinged, bro. Comparing resumes now? Oh.
Viewer could have rephrased the question to, how different is writing comedy on a show versus on stage? It was pretty clear.
I know, right, guys? Like, that's like kind of personal the way he like.
Clear this guy was not trying to offend him. The same thing can be said about this.
That's true. That's true.
This interview.
I also agree.
You're in the Emily Fan Cave hanging out with actor-comedian Bill Burr.
I like that you said actor-comedian.
Well, you're an
I
actor,
usually go comedian-actor. Look, dude, if you saw my IMDb page, you'd definitely know it was comedian-actor. Yeah, it's a quick read.
After all, Bill admits himself that he had a hard time understanding people's intentions throughout his whole life, which usually led to anger or jokes.
Same here, same here. However, I don't really make jokes.
If someone was really nice, I would just be like, get away from me. If someone was an asshole, it's like, oh, that seems familiar. For whatever reason, I don't like being complimented.
What? Oh, snap, bro. This is like, I'm getting a psychology lesson, guys.
Well, fortunately for Bill, he didn't have to worry about being complimented on this next one, because he made enemies with the entire city of Philadelphia.
No, that's impossible. How do you do that, guys? No.
After they relentlessly...
You gotta be like a evil villain to do that, guys. He's a comedian or whatever, man.
Booed him during his set. While Bill was developing as a comedian in the 90s and early 2000s, he gained some notoriety on Comedy Central Presents and through regular appearances in The Chappelle Show. But many attribute a large jump in Bill's popularity to the Opie and Anthony radio show, where he's regularly been a guest over the years. In 2006, many Opie and Anthony show regulars were on the Traveling Virus Comedy Tour, such as Tracy Morgan, Bob Saget, Ralphie May, and Patrice O'Neal, to name a few. The tour was very successful, with the second show in the lineup breaking Jay Leno's record for the most tickets sold for a comedy show at New Jersey's PNC Bank
Not bad, not bad.
Arts Center. However, the third show in Camden, New Jersey, just across the Delaware River from Philadelphia, didn't go nearly as well. The drunk and unruly Philly crowd on a hot afternoon outdoor show set the tone by booing the opening act off stage. They'd continued to behave poorly and on the verge of booing the rest.
Look at this, bro. This is the weirdest venue I've ever seen in my life. But at least it has like some rain protection, right, guys? But look at all the humans like clumped up right there, man.
Of the night, as those who had yet to perform were dreading their set. Tracy Morgan gave up 7 minutes into a 20-minute set. Bob Saget and Patrice O'Neal did well, but Bill wasn't having it with this crowd. He got defensive on behalf of his comedian friends, which led to an all-out roast session from the beginning.
Oh, f*** all you people. You know what? You f***ing losers. I hope you all die, and I hope the Eagles never win the Super Bowl. Go yourself.
Oh yeah, he wasn't holding back.
Let's talk about heart disease, something you're all gonna die of.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm gonna laugh at your funerals. It's gonna be great. You're all gonna get cancer, which is fantastic because all your heads are shaved anyways. No one's even gonna notice.
If you can believe it, it gets
it's
so much worse.
What? Worse? He's roasting them for whatever reason. I don't know. It's something that Neon would say at this point.
Every minute that goes by, he decimates every possible thing about Philadelphia. He says if there was a terrorist attack on Philly, nobody would care.
Rocky is your hero. The whole pride of your city is built around a guy who doesn't even exist.
A man interrupts him from the crowd. Bill responds.
What do you have to say, sir? Never passed the 8th grade. What brilliant shit are you gonna tell me, huh? Go back to the dock and go unload some you warehouse working, weed smoking, disappointment for your mother.
Obviously, most people were offended, but others started.
Okay, I'm getting offended even listening to it, guys. Oh, that hurts, bro. When they insult the income.
Started to respect his determination to fight an entire crowd of angry people.
7 minutes left. 7 minutes left. And I'm doing all 7.
As the minutes count down, the insults progressively get more bleak, until the end where he says he wishes he had a weapon to use on every single person in the crowd, and in some backwards twist of fate, they loved it, and cheered for him as he
Oh my gosh, bro. They want to hear him insult them. And then how they're pissing him off, then. Actually, he should have said this is his best performance yet.
quadrupled down on his hatred towards them while walking off stage.
Listen, I'm out of time. You guys were here, man. Thank you very much. All of you go yourselves in your own house. Have a good night.
Bill single-handedly destroyed everything the city of Philadelphia loves, and they cheered for him as he left the stage. This rant made national headlines. Bill's fame leveled up immensely, but he claims it didn't help him sell more tickets. It definitely stamped his persona of being an unruly jerk with a short temper that will say literally anything.
Never been to Philly, but this kind of makes me want to go visit Philly.
That is on his mind. In retrospect, Bill believes he was unprofessional and threw gas on the Philly crowd fire. He doesn't regret it, but he never wanted people to think that he is just a shock jock with a loud mouth. He spent the next decade proving to the world that he is actually an artistic comedian who is just a tad bit savage at times. And he did his best trying to be sensitive during his interview with Ethan Klein, but eventually he ran out of patience. Klein is one half of the H3H3 duo with his wife Hila. Ethan developed a reputation on YouTube over the years for being a hilarious reaction channel. He created iconic skits and bits.
Yes, because he's literally like a reaction channel. So, I mean, in a way different way, guys. He's like a Cobby Lame kind of way, but for long form kind of reaction, like a lot different. But yeah, this guy became huge, bro. He actually had to fight for like fair use in court, which is something that I'd have to do as well. To somebody, you know?
Bits that are worthy of being considered YouTube Hall of Fame. In short, people thought he was funny. But while sitting across from a comic legend on the H3 podcast, Ethan was nervous.
You know what I mean? If you went to whatever Comic-Con of podcasting, would you be nervous?
Yes.
All right. Well, you're an apprehensive
talking
person.
to a nervous guy.
I'm so neurotic. I am nervous. I'm nervous right now.
Okay.
Very nervous.
I don't think that's going to help the show.
Despite this, Ethan remained pretty smooth for the first hour, but he would interrupt Bill a lot.
I don't know.
In hours, guys?
I mean, you're right. You're really.
I mean, he's doing this. I mean, how much? What does that do? You need.
So you got this kicked out of you for a while.
So it's OCD.
Guys, don't laugh, but I also have like a little bit of graying, just like Ethan, but it's not that prominent.
You're kind of looking. Oh, yours? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to diagnose you. I have no idea.
You could tell Bill was getting increasingly more frustrated when he would be trying to answer a question, then Ethan would just say, right, and try to finish his answer for him. However,
Anyone else do that, bro? It's like you respect the guy more, so you just let him talk over you more. I'd be doing that as well, guys. It makes me uncomfortable, though.
Really awkward when Ethan started pressing a question that Bill did not want to answer.
It seems like you're in love with your daughter, hearing you talk about her on the podcast.
Jesus Christ. Well, you're pretty perceptive. Seems like you care about your own child.
Listen.
You also had a zillion kids, so I mean, yeah.
Really? How many siblings do you have?
Now he's back in his unhinged mode, guys. He's back out there.
I don't know, dude. The internet's too fucking weird to give out all that information.
Oh, you don't even want to say how many because you're afraid that it will
by all means,
compromise
keep
your
talking
privacy.
about it. Is there any way you can cut this out? I'm honest, dude. Like,
seriously?
Yeah, no, dude. There's fucking lunatics out there.
Okay.
Whoa.
Off the air, I'll tell you.
All right.
Jeez.
Guys, was that live?
I love how surprised he is.
It looks like he didn't cut it out.
Well, you can mention the amount.
Absolutely crazy people out there.
Yeah.
If someone doesn't want to answer a question, a good
Dang, did he mock his Tourette's right there, guys?
podcaster would probably just skip right over it and move on. To give Ethan the benefit of the doubt, he was still pretty new to
Vsauce
podcasting. Ethan clearly thought Bill's reasoning for not answering the question was silly, but some people...
He still does podcast, guys? H3. He completely quit his skits, by the way. Like, I guess he does.
People genuinely take their privacy seriously. Ethan saying, geez, comes off extremely childish and will make someone with a short temper blow a fuse. Bill held it together for the most part, but his patience was running out.
When you were getting booed by thousands of people in Philly.
I was like, when you said my favorite YouTube video, I was like, oh God, not the Philly thing again. And then you did the Sherry's Berries. I was like, I love this podcast. Now I hate you.
Oh no.
I love, what can I do? I love that.
I'm joking.
It feels a little bit like friendly bantering here, though, guys.
Okay, let's do it.
But do you? But, no, I'm not gonna ask you.
Were bullied. You've been booed before.
You've talked about this a lot.
Probably more than the grape lady.
I didn't realize.
No, but go ahead. Let's do it.
Well,
let's
now,
do it.
frankly,
I like making you
skip it.
I like making you uncomfortable.
Again, this subject was something Bill did not want to talk about, and when he called Ethan out on it, Ethan got defensive. Nevertheless, Bill talked about the Philly incident, and he wasn't happy about it.
Well, I love that moment. I love everything you do. The great.
He's being a fan. Still am I, guys.
I turn it around. This is how you turn it around. Made you uncomfortable. Now you fucking sit there and compliment me.
I almost made it through without making it.
With like their mouth super close to the microphone, so you can hear you can almost hear what they're saying under their breath, guys.
So I got so close.
What are you talking about? I had a great time.
I did too. I really did.
I hope you did. I'm worried about you.
I did.
Thank God
I'm playing it up. I'm playing it up.
All right.
But I'm trying to be funny, but
This was just an hour of Bill Burr shattering Ethan's ego when an online joker meets a real comedian. This situation was very similar to the Theo Von episode. On the surface, these awkward podcasts with Ethan and Theo...
Well, yeah, that's quite different. He's a YouTuber, guys, before he's a comedian, guys. Bill Burr, he's a comedian before he's a YouTuber. Similar job, but not identical.
Seem harmless. Bill is just being himself and ends both pods saying he had a great time, but it negatively affected Ethan more than you'd imagine. Many people called Ethan too sensitive.
And after that episode with Bill Burr, I came home and that's when I started taking antidepressants and I went to therapy.
Wow.
It was soul crushing. It felt like a rock bottom for me because I was having a hard time with the podcast and interviews in general, and that for me was...
Yeah, it kind of looks like it.
Just kind of like the culmination of a lot of stress.
I think he got better at it though, guys.
And that this was a reality check considering all the people he had made.
But yes, he doesn't really do podcasts that much. I think the last guest he had on was like SQC, I guess. I don't know. I don't really keep up with what he does. Not my cup of tea, guys. I just don't have the time to invest it. I didn't grow up watching him. That's it.
Made fun of over the years. But Ethan had Bill back 1 year later, and it went great. However, there was one time where it seemed like Bill was the one who was genuinely uncomfortable around an interviewer. A small production called Southside...
Snap. Okay. The first L Bill we'll take here, guys, it seems.
Steve TV on 100.5 Rock Radio interviewed Bill in 2008. Bill was immediately put off by the man's weird style and country attire, sizing him up immediately. Steve made a critical error.
Damn, bro, he's good at whatever he's doing, sizing up.
Burr, asking a comedian to tell a joke during an interview.
So I figure I toss you a mic and you go.
And I'm going to do stand-up in front of 9 people in a radio station? No, I'm not doing that.
Well, you're taking the fun out of Southside Steve TV.
I'll take, how about I give you $5 and I want to watch you line dance in your I'm a racist cowboy.
I don't know how to line dance, dude.
Okay.
It's hard to tell whether Southside Steve is just a character or if he actually is just obnoxious and clueless.
Okay.
Are you a racist?
No, I'm not a racist.
But Bill always makes sure to get a few jabs in.
You know what he looks like? He looks like the first guy who gets his ass kicked in a Steven Seagal movie.
Bill jokingly said that this was the worst interview he has ever done. And in true Bill fashion, he did an interview years later and bonded with the man.
Hey, there you have it, guys. It just takes a little bit of experience.
Last video we did,
A little bit of getting to know the dude.
a lot of people thought that like I was seriously upset with you.
No.
At least on YouTube. I can't believe that there's morons on YouTube that didn't believe that
They're tools.
I was having a good time.
You think that we're not friends? You think we don't walk away from this and hug it out? I like this guy.
Just because he has a NASCAR accent and I sound like some prick from Boston.
Exactly.
Doesn't mean we can't find a
Hey, at least he didn't cuss there.
common ground.
Yet despite all of Bill's roasts, jokes, laughing at people, he hates when people make fun of comedians. Kill Tony is a live comedy show that takes place every week in Austin, Texas. The show is hosted by comedians Tony Hinchcliffe and Brian Redban, who invite a celebrity guest, which is typically famous comedians, to join their panel. The premise of the show is simple. Invite aspiring comedians on stage to do a 1-minute set, then roast them for how bad they are in front of a live crowd. For some people, it's their first time doing comedy. Others have been doing it for a few years. And as you can imagine, most of these sets are boring, unfunny, lacking structure, and result in awkward, loud silences from the crowd. Everyone participating in the show understands the structure, and they look at it as constructive
Loud silence, good term, good term.
criticism for the comedian. Theoretically, it will make them better and let them develop thicker skin. However, when Bill came on the show, he wasn't familiar with the
A comedian actually seems like a really tough job.
format, and after the first guest, he hated it.
Just compliment someone, put it in the context of a joke, and an idiot will make a fool of himself. Sorry.
Ooh. That's like a almost philosophical view of whatever he's trying to point out.
How much time do I have left?
Wow, it's a really casual set for you, huh? Maybe not.
You would have picked one guy. You would have done that. We were shitting on him. He thought it would work. It didn't work.
Yeah.
This is fucking brutal. Is this going to be an hour of this? I don't want to do this to people. It's fucking horrible. Nobody can be funny in a fucking minute. It's stupid.
Oh, no, it happens.
Fucking 2 seconds.
Oh, it happens a lot. Jesse just took a real bullet there.
Fuck this. You don't even... Fuck this. Stupid. You're fine. You're fine.
Bill quickly tried to console the guy and shifted the negativity and jokes towards Tony.
There's one more, and then I'm out. All right? There's another one, mean, just to be fucking mean. I'm not doing this for fucking... Trying to bring it up here.
I love it. Jesse.
Hey, the guy's good at what he does, like, for reals, bro. The light is, like, focused on him the most and stuff. Interesting.
You did so bad, one of our guests is about to quit. I don't know what else to tell you.
Oh, if there's a negative lining, Tony will find it. There it is, right between the ray of sunshine. There's that little nugget of negativity. You fucking smarmy fucking.
Then Bill was trying to give genuine advice to the comics.
Yeah, I would just say, just slow down a little bit.
Okay.
Just slow down a little bit, and just the more you do your jokes, the more they'll come off natural. I would just slow down a little bit.
Okay.
Cool. That's it. It's not a threat. It's just, you know.
But when one of the aspiring comics actually had a good set, Bill decided to give him a few jabs.
Like what's the government?
This dude's a fucking psycho, man. This guy is gonna get
I think he said it in an endearing way, though.
his own show, and he's gonna be a lunatic. Like, he has no remorse, no guilt, no fucking responsibility for your own actions. You're a fucking dirtbag, man.
For the next hour, Bill barely said anything. You could tell he didn't like the format and just kind of sat painstakingly through the entire show. Now 7 years later, Kill Tony is at its peak. They are more popular than ever and have had a broad range of massive celebrities come on, yet Bill Burr never returned. Although at times he is aggressive, intimidating, and quick to reveal uncomfortable truths, his jokes are a sign of showing love.
Hey, you might go on there one day. Well, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out Patrick's CC in the description. Love how he ended up defeating new comedians instead of roasting them their first set. He's a legend. Guys are not much into the comedian world. Him and Patrice roasting you would make a lot of grown men cry. Yeah, I'd be scared to get roasted by him, man. Conan O'Brien gets on along with Bill Burr like no one else. Didn't know they had a bond. Alright guys, see you guys next one.